Good evening, traders. Today is Tuesday, September the 28th. I just wanted to put together a short video putting some of my watch list stocks on the video, because if we do get a run back up to the May highs, then we have to have some stocks that are go-to stocks, and I've went through tons, probably over 300-400 stocks in the last few days, trying to get some good examples to show you guys of some possible scenarios that you could look to in case we do go up. Now I'm looking at Monsanto right here, and this, however, is not one of the stocks that are on my watch list. For tomorrow, I will trade Monsanto for a day trade, and I'm going to show you why. Today, what happened is they had something come out about their seeds, some kind of seed that the company creates, and it was bad news. As you can see, the average volume is 6.4 million shares, and we traded 37.2 million shares today. 6 times the regular volume. That's a huge volume spike to the downside, so you know it was institutions selling. In July, we put in a low of 44.61. We bounced off of it, we came down, and this is where we're drawing a new trend line from the high that we put in back in January of this year at 87.06. We drew this trend line right here all the way down and connects to the current. Now we have a declining 200-day, 50, 21, and 100-day moving average, and also we have a declining 10-day moving average now. We're definitely bearish on the stock. However, we sold off very sharply today. Now this low right here from June is going to be a support level that we're holding. I believe it's 48.46. Don't quote me, but it's in this area. You guys could check it for yourself. That's where my first line of support is. Now we got to close above that today. That's going to be a level for me. Also, the low of the day that we put in at 47.50 will be a level for me. Now I'm going to be trading these two levels for a move back up to the September low around this 51.42 level, as you see right here. So all it is a short-term trade, and then I'll probably look to get back shorted probably tomorrow or the next day, maybe late day tomorrow. Next stock on my list is APH, and right now this is looking really good from the technical aspect. We put in a high in April at 47.83. Since then we've been consolidating above our July high at around 46.36, and now we came down. They bought it up, and now it looks like that we had increasing volume coming, and I think in the next few days we could get back up some volume coming into this and get a run back up to 52.10. So APD is looking very bullish. Looking at this red hat chart, the only reason I'm putting this on my watch list is because it's very strong and I've been day trading it. Now we're looking like this a little flag pattern, and we're going to be trading in a range here. But if we could break out of this range and get above this previous high of 41.75 we put in 3 days ago, I think Red Hat could keep going up. Looking at Expedia.com right here, symbol EXP, and looking bullish. We hit a high today of 29.75. Now that's 10 cents lower than the high we put in 2 days ago, last Thursday. And if we could get above this 29.85 tomorrow, break above it, get a pullback, and presume back up to 32.20. That's a level that I got off the weekly time frame. As long as this 10-day moving average is still holding up, I'm still bullish on this. We're looking at John Deere right here, and John Deere put in a high of 69.47 back in the early stages of August. Since then we came down, we sold off a little bit, but we started getting buys back above this 200-day moving average. Then all the averages turned bullish, the 10 and the 21. Since then we've put in a new higher high of 73.70. what you see this white line is right here. Now we've had a couple days in the negative in John Deere, and it looks like this 69.47 level is realistic, which is around this 21-day moving average, and it's also, like I said, the August high. Maybe we could get a bounce off of this and then break out to new highs. 73.70. If we get below the 69.47 level, look to test the 200-day moving average along with this uptrend we have intact, and then eventually the 100 and the long-term uptrend. Looking at PPG Industries right now, we hit a high of 73.32 today, which is a 1-year high. The last time we put in a high like this was 72.24, and that was the April high. So right now we're consolidating above this. I'm bullish on this chart as long as we stay above 72.24 and look for a move and start making higher highs in here, start climbing up to the 76 level. And as you can see, we traded around the normal volume range. It wasn't like volume today, so maybe we could get another day of increasing volume tomorrow. PSA, now this is a more expensive stock, symbol PSA, Public Storage. It's a $98 stock. A lot of people can't afford to trade this. Maybe you could buy calls. I haven't looked. I don't know if they're very active right now, but I've been day trading this one, and as you can see, we've slipped below the 200-day moving average, which is negative. We also slipped below this uptrend we had going on since the low in July. Now our next level is going to be the 100-day moving average, which is at 95.82, as long as we keep selling below low and making lower lows. Short term, I'm bearish on PSA. And there was increasing volume today. We usually trade about 1 million shares. Today we trade at 1.69 million. Alright, looking at symbol CEG right here, we have this high we put in June, and I got a trend line drawing down all the way since June. We came down and we broke out of this downtrend right here. As you can see, we have a ascending 10-day moving average, and we are approaching the 100-day moving average today. We closed at 32.56, the 100's at 32.77, and we hit a high at 32.70 today, which is 7 cents under the 100. Tomorrow I'd be looking for a long, see if we could break 32.77, and that's the 100-day moving average, and then maybe get a bullish run, eventually getting back up to the previous July high, which is around the 35.10 level. Looking at symbol CB, Chubb Corporation, today was lower volume, 1.89 million shares traded. Looks like 1 week ago we had a high of 58.28, which is this white line, which we have not gotten over yet. But we pulled back, and the 21-day moving average acted as support. Today we got a close up 1%. So it's a possibility if Chubb continues busting out previous highs and climbing up the ladder, we could eventually get a move and break above this 58.28 previous high and head up to 60. Now if we pull back below the 21-day moving average, look for some support to be around this uptrend dating back from July low, and this 200-day moving average will end up wrapping around. Looking at Urban Outfitters right here, and it's looking pretty bullish, this chart. We came down, we put in our low early September. Since then we've pulled up, we've tested the previous high of July, and we pulled above that. Now you see this white line right here at this 35.02 level. If we could get above that tomorrow, looks like we're going to be heading back up to 38.41, which is a long-term level. I'm bullish on this all the way. This is one of my top stocks. I actually own calls of it right now. As you see, we pulled down to the 200-day moving average and the 21, and we bounced right off of that. Now we got to close above the 100 and the 10-day moving average today. I'm telling you, Urban Outfitters could get up and go tomorrow, or within this next 5 trading sessions. Looking at symbol ITT Corporation right now, we have a downtrend dating back from the April high we put in at 57.99, making lower highs 50.79, but we broke above this low, these 2 lows that we put in here. This was a major bullish confirmation. Now since this up move's been taking place, we have declining volume, which I do not like. However, if we could get a boost of an upside, the volume will start coming in higher. Now what I want to see right now is, this is bullish as we speak. We're above the 10, 200 and 21-day moving average, and the 100's at 46.83. We got to close above that today, which is bullish. So what I want to see is some continuation and initially head up to this 50.79 level. However, if we break below the 200-day moving average, which is at 45.93, I see us testing these lows again and making a lower high once again and completing this downtrend, getting back below this. So ITT could go either way, looking more bullish right now as long as we stay over the 200. ETN's another one where we're testing the April highs. We're consolidating. We got to close at 82.48 today. Now that's above this line right here, dating back above April highs. If we could get above 82.85, which is the high of this consolidation period, look to get and start making new highs here and maybe head up to 87.50. But if we get a close below this level, look for us to start heading down and start taking out these moving averages. Looking at RRC right now, Range Resources, another top one on my chart today. There was a lot of profits made intraday day trading this stock. If you have the levels, you could see. But this one has also been downtrending from October of 2009. Right now, what I think is we're going to break out of this consolidation area right here, short-term flag pattern, and we're above the 21-day moving average. The 10 days now starting to turn up, and if that happens, you guys need to look for us to break 37.38. That will then get us above and holding above this 200-day moving average. Above this 50-day moving average. So I want to see a break of 37.38, and then we'll head up here, test the 100 at 40.68. So on RRC, we have to hold above 37.38. Last one I'm going to look at is X. X has been consolidating, and as long as we hold above 42.32, which is the February low, I want to see a bounce up and a potential move to the 200-day moving average.